your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of RedLip Talk Podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Still dealing with hurricane damage on your roof or damages to your home in general? Call Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 or visit stepconstruction.com. Step Construction is fully licensed and fully insured. We tell the insurance companies what they owe you. For a peace of mind, protect your most valuable asset. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
My name is Tyon Rankins with Magic Beauty Company, and you are tuned in to RedLip Talk Podcast.
RedLip Diva, the marketing diva. 50 years in the game, right?
50 years in the game.
So what brings you out today to Bonner Brothers?
Well, I'd been retired 4 years, and I wasn't doing no but chilling. I just got tired, and I wanted to come help Bonner Brothers push the tickets, so I decided to just come to the show and see y'all.
Oh, I love you too.
Matter of fact, this show made me want to come out of retirement.
What?
I'm coming out of retirement. I'm going to be visiting the shows. I'm not going to do my show again. As far as I know, they pushing me to do it, so ain't no telling what might happen.
Yeah.
It's up to my nephew, Woods.
Oh, all right, Woods over there on the side saying, look, we I don't want to get in here, but I'm going to need you to dip in here for 1 second, Woods. Come over here. He can hear me. 1 second. You know, come on now. You know, y'all doing LSBBA?
You gonna do that too?
Y'all gonna do that? Okay.
You coming back? You gonna come back? So come back on the scene.
Okay. So make sure you tell our this is RedLip Talk Podcast. I don't know if you be seeing me post it or whatever. So this is our podcast on New Orleans Talk Network, right? So we want you to tell the people what brought you here to Bonner Brothers. I know you've been in the game under your uncle for for a while, right?
About 15, 16 years.
About 15, 16 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell the people what brought you out today and actually how they can get in contact with the marketing diva. The marketing diva. The marketing diva. Oh, welcome. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so excited because I'm listening to everything that's going on in the background. It's going down today on RedLip Talk Podcast. I want to welcome y'all to this episode. We call it Relationship Olympics. It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and we have so much in store for you on today. We have so many people in the building on today, and we got people on their way who's trying to make it in and things like that. But we have some guests today, and we're going to talk about the dating and how it is in dating now in the year 2024. Okay. If you haven't tuned into our last episode, please go back and do so. Episode 63, and see Anthony Roman, director of the Holy Anointed House of Prayer Early Learning Center, as well as me and him talked about some great things that he had, and I'm gonna go back up and remind you that this segment is brought to you today by Steel Body. We call it the panacea of wellness. It's the panacea of wellness. Actually, guys, I wasn't taking it for about a week or two, and I could feel it in my body, but I'm on it today. Y'all see I'm hype, I'm full of energy, and they call it the panacea of wellness. What it does for you is increase your energy. It increases some people libido, helps you work out. Mental clarity, gives you mental clarity, and in some other things, decreases inflammation and things of that nature. So if you don't have Still Body and you need it, you can get it at Spice Diva's Beauty Bar. And always know at Spice Diva's Beauty Bar, we're always hiring, right? We have 2 booths available at Spice Diva's Beauty Bar. Come and join our team of 17 years being in a business at Spice Diva's Beauty Bar. We would love to have you. You go through a nice little interview process with all of us, but we've been in business 17 years, and we're praying to God we be in business 17 more years. If you want to book, you can always book with one of our amazing stylists at Spice Diva's Beauty Bar. Also, if you wanted some bling lipsticks, right, from me, you can always go to spicedivasbeautybar.com and go ahead and get your amazing lipstick. If you don't want to purchase a lipstick and you just want to be a diva to see all the specials and everything that we have going on, go to spicedivasbeautybar.com. Okay, let's get into some stuff, right? The news today is Bona Brothers, okay? We had an amazing weekend for Bona Brothers. Yes, we did. RedLip Talk Podcast was asked to be the media there, which was an honor. I got to see all my peeps. I got blessed with actually two nights, 2 rooms as a birthday present, and I was excited about that at the Hilton. I was able to relax and then go interview all the amazing stylists that came here all the way from Atlanta and all over to be a part of Bona Brothers. Now, I heard some statistics on today about Bona Brothers of this year in Louisiana. Come on, Louisiana. I have to say this. We got to learn how to support. We have to learn how to support more. When someone takes an initiative to come to our city, come to New Orleans, come down here, you don't have to travel. You have no travel expenses. Guys, we got to come out. I heard some statistics today that doing the stylists, the students, as well as some people in Louisiana, they only sold close to approximately 400 tickets. Guys, come on now. When they're in Atlanta, it's 20,000. So I want Louisiana. Guys, we got to step up. We got to learn how to support one another. We got to learn how to do a little better when it comes to supporting our own culture and our own nature. These people have been putting this on for 77 years. 77 years, bringing great things to our culture and everything for 77 years. And guys, we got to do a little better with supporting that, because if it wasn't for them paving the way, some of you wouldn't be stylists, some of you wouldn't be entrepreneurs as far as products and things of that nature. So guys, we have to show homage. I don't know if I'm saying the right word, but we got to show some honor where honor is due. I was honored to interview Mr. James Broner on that actual day, on Monday, and y'all, this is what he had to say. I'm not gonna steal his thunder, but I got those principles all the way in my mind. Production, can we go to that interview for Bonus 2024? Y'all, welcome to Bona Brothers Hair Show in New Orleans, Louisiana. 77 years.
77.
I'm gonna start it off with that so they can know how legendary that you are, Mr. Broner, and your family and what y'all have done in the hair industry. I was at the hair battle last night.
Yes, y'all did a great job. I was excited. I liked it. I was with my mentor. You took a picture with her, Dr. Beverly Smith of Unity One. Yes, yes. We took a picture last night. But tell us how you feel about coming to New Orleans. Why you guys come here? You know, I'm from New Orleans, right? So how you feel about the show this year in 2024?
We didn't get the turnout we would have liked to have gotten. The prior times, we actually got a better response.
Yes.
But we like New Orleans because, you know, after the show, people like to go out and have a good time. So I would say it's a tourist draw. So they love the food, the music,
Yes.
the culture.
Yes. And I really like your daughter. Your daughter was on stage, and I put God first.
Yeah.
So I like the way y'all started the hair battle off with her praying and things of that nature. And I had to tell Dr. I say, that's his daughter up there. Yeah. But I thank you so much for keep doing it. I thank your family for keep doing it in the beauty industry, because you know our industry is changing.
That's right.
It's changing. And for to have you guys, our culture, even though we multicultural, you're multicultural diverse, but just to have that as a pillar
Yes.
to our industry. I would say not the community, but our industry. I thank you guys for doing it, and thank you for taking the time. We have a thing that's called takeaway. So if you want somebody looking in the camera, how would you inspire them, and what would they take away from this moment of being in your position? Because so many people admire you and admire your family. So give them a takeaway of anything you want to say to somebody that's looking right now.
So for our 77 years, my father, who founded the company, he had 3 principles. It was God first, family second, and business third. So the God first, we've had a lot of divine deliverance. You know, we're not here because we were so smart or had so much money. It's because God gave us favor in times when we couldn't make it on our own. And then that family second, it's a family business. As you mentioned, my daughter, my sons are back there. They're managers of the show.
Yes.
Keeping it going. So it's the way we're able to keep it going as family. So
Yes.
if my father didn't put the family time, I wouldn't be here running things now.
Yes.
He took the time. He didn't work all of the time, but he took us with him.
Yeah.
With him, and he talked with us. So that was family saying, then business third. You gotta put your mind on your business.
Yes.
Distractions. So
Yes.
so those 3 things are what has sustained us, given us longevity. So I will leave those with you as well.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah.
Y'all heard it here on Red Lip Talk Podcast. You heard it from Mr. Broner. That's been pegging in my mind, throttling or moving and walking through my mind for this last week. First, put God first. Second, put family. And third, put business. So that's the principles that they stood on for 77 years. And I just love the Broner family, and I love what they do, bringing the Broners all the way to here to New Orleans. Because of the turnout, I'll be surprised if they come back here. It might keep it in Atlanta. I'm just saying, you know, because of the turnout and stuff that we had here in New Orleans. But I like I said, I love the Broner family. And let's talk about the game of love. What this podcast is today, episode 64, we calling it the Relationship Olympics, and we have some Olympic or all-star people in the building on today that's gonna get into relationships with us when we return. So I don't want y'all to go nowhere. So far right now, we got in the building my boy Guy from Phenomenal Products in the building with us on today. We have John Thenio, I said it right. Okay, John Thenio in the building from Allstate. He's actually an agent and a consultant, and he's going to talk about the dating world. I don't know if I could get my mentor on the couch today, but I have Dr. Beverly Smith in the building from Emoja Visions in the building with us on today. We have Jane Haller on her way, Inaja Butterfly with us coming on today, and we have 3 special guests coming all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and they wanted to be a part of this. 3 women that want to talk about this dating game and this dating world. So don't you go nowhere. It's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and you are tuned into Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah!
Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Great afternoon, guys. This is Sean Johnson with Majestic Photography. Guess what? We are always tuned into RedLip Talk Podcast. If you're not first, you're last.
RedLip Diva, the marketing diva.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of RedLip Talk Podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
Hey everyone, it's your girl Get Glammed Up by Keyshawn. Tune into Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Bring some water. We need some water, Karen. Karen.
The marketing diva. RedLip Divas, the marketing diva. RedLip Divas, the marketing diva. Welcome back to RedLip Talk Podcast with your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and we're so excited on today. I have my Stellar Award winning guest. on today, and we're talking about love, the game of love, relationships, and things of that nature. Usually I introduce everybody, but on today, I'm going to let y'all introduce yourself since we have, a guest of panels. Although I like to read what production said because I like the way it sounds, right? He said the Olympics may be over, but the game of love never ends. And should we consider it to be a game in the first place? Okay. That's a thought, right? And in this episode, we will have an all-star panel of guests to discuss everything involving love and relationships these days and how we all got to this point in our society. That's good.
That is good.
That is really good. Great job, production.
Who wrote that? Who wrote that?
That's production.
Oh
Mike.
my God.
Mike. I love it. So we're gonna start on this end. John Thenio, tell them who you are and what you do and things of that nature.
All right, so I'm John Thenio Conley. I'm an all-state agent. I've been on before.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Okay, so are you dating?
No, I'm not dating.
You're not dating?
Married. Yeah.
You're married. Okay. All right, go ahead. Next.
All right, so I'm Guy Halley, the owner of Phenomenal Hair Care Products. Been in the business for about 13 years throughout this Louisiana market, plus we do Los Angeles. I am on this show basically to give my views and my opinions,
So are you dating? I'm asking everybody just those little questions.
No, I'm not. I was dating.
dating?
I'm not dating now.
Okay.
I'm not certain how serious I am about the prospects at this point, but but I give you my ideas, my views. Don't take any of them seriously unless you take them seriously.
No, we feel free today. You say what you want. This is freedom. Okay, today it's freedom.
All right, freedom.
Okay, go ahead, Dr. Smith.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beverly Smith. I'm the owner of Umoja Visions hair care line. It's a complete line of hair care products. And no, I'm not dating. Okay. But I'm a widow. So I'm sure it's going to come up soon.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I love it. So let's get into it. So I just want to know, like, as far as to me, and anybody can answer as we go along. We can do it that way. You can jump in, you can answer, and things like that. So free flow. We're gonna do a free flow today. I know for me, I'm gonna go to me. I am divorced. I want to say about 6 years. Okay, and I've been dating. I didn't date initially. But I've been dating. Been dating for about 6 years now. Okay, I just want to know, in this dating field or in this times that we're living in, why people look at dating so negatively and so bad. Like, I hear women complaining. I hear guys complaining. I had a conversation with someone. I'm gonna let y'all answer that question first, and then we'll go into the other one. But why do people look so negatively into dating right now? What y'all think? Who want to go first?
Have something to do with the type of cannabis.
Mike.
Yeah.
Is it on?
Is it on? Yeah. I think they can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it might have something to do with the type of cannabis that they have. Like maybe as again I say I'm married now, but speaking, I ain't always been married. You know.
Okay.
And so just speaking on that, it depends on the type of females that they have. And if a man looks at a female and they know what they want, even if they know what they want at that moment. Okay. But if at some point that what they want is going to change. So you gotta. It's a journey. Like you have to, get the person's attention, but you got to do what it takes to keep their attention. And it works both ways. I'm pretty sure. I know you usually hear women be like, well, he got me, and now that he got me, he don't want to do the things it is to do to keep me. But that works for a man as well.
Yeah.
And I think that now in this age, men are starting to really weigh their options. At first it was men didn't mind, being with a woman and have to deal with a Build-A-Bear. You know, we'll take you as you is. You could be on your.
Wait. What's a Build-A-Bear? Let's go back. I need to know what this Build-A-Bear
Well, that's
is.
what I call it.
Okay.
So a Build-A-Bear is a person that they don't have to have everything together. You know, so they may not have no job. They may not have many goals and no aspirations. But it's like they might have kids. I'm just saying bad credit, no credit, whatever.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you know, men used to be like, well, you know what? She look nice. I'm going to deal with it. And then it's just, it's done shifted. Like men you know what? Like,
I like that.
Look, we matter. And so they like, well, look, you know, they put a lot of pressure on men. You can't, you can't have this. You're on one baby mama. You know, you gotta have a car, a house. You gotta have good credit. You know, they put so many like different pressure on men.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like now men are just returning that. Like,
They're
listen.
like, I'm high value too.
Yeah, I'm somebody
I'm high
too.
value too.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a thing, I don't know if y'all know the guy named Kevin from Atlanta, rest in peace. But he used to talk about relationships all the time.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know about his podcast. He used to talk about it all the and he called men high value men.
Right.
He said, so what makes a woman, what is your value? That's what he asked the woman. What are you from a scale of 1 to 10?
Right.
Yeah. That's what he would usually ask a woman. So why do you feel like they look at things so negative now with dating?
All right, so my idea about dating is, in a sense, I like to think of dating as an old school dating. Like if you go back to your 60s, you built relationships that weren't necessarily seen or viewed. Like right now, everybody posts whatever every minute of their lives.
Right. Yeah.
You built relationships. If a person had flaws, you worked through those flaws. We were honest and straightforward with each other.
Yeah.
So you can build from starting with nothing.
Yeah.
Now the issues are, what do you have constantly 24/7?
Yeah.
So for me, it takes away from the innocence of building a relationship. And with women at this point in time feel, okay, like they're the goal and they're the prize, right? My problem with that is that we're also running around with women talking about boss chick this and boss chick that. So that is, in a sense, that is a negative towards a man, because it's like saying I'm as good as a man. When a man is not ever saying I'm as good as a woman, the man is just saying this is my position and I'd like to work something together with you. So you build a bond between a man and a woman. If you want the position of a man, then you don't need a man. Real simple. So. Plus, also, my thoughts here are, and it's not to bash, but my thoughts here are, women, you guys, women, support each other so well, but you would support each other over a cliff. What I mean by that is that half of the things that I see that are considered sexy are not considered sexy to me. Maybe in the privacy of my own home, but not on the street. And all I hear is, "You go, girl, you doing it," and I'm like, "Yeah, but she's naked." Or I don't think that the waving of baby hairs on your forehead is cute. I don't, but everyone does it, right? And I'm thinking,
because they see another woman doing it, right?
Yeah, but why do women encourage other women?
He said he don't like it either.
Yeah, men. You don't ask men what do men like. You just do it and support each other.
Yeah.
Like the nose ring, out of everybody's nose. Where does that become attractive? Did someone ask a man, "Is this attractive?"
Right.
No, but you support each other. So you create a conflict, and a man just has to go into it. I'm not saying that men are any. I mean, hey, hanging off your behind, that was definitely not a no for me. I don't know how y'all support that either by supporting men, but I think
that's a storyline about that. You know about the hanging off in prison.
But my thoughts here are men and women at one point in time bonded together in private and built a relationship and went out into the world to support that relationship. And it didn't matter where you started and what you started from. And from now on, at this point, everything is on blast. This is what I have. This is what I own. This is what I do. Everybody knows you, and you don't have a chance of failure and rebuilding, because once it fails, you see it also, and it's hard to work through that failure. So I feel we're too exposed.
We're too exposed.
Me too.
And when you too exposed, you gotta fake it till you make it. When
That
you
is true too.
exposed.
True too.
You gotta fake it. So, what you feel about the dating world? I know you God rest in peace, Mr. John. You're widowed, but you never had to date or whatever. So how do you feel about that? I know you're very attractive, so I know men come at you. You know.
I haven't dated. It's just kind of scary. It's kind of scary to me.
Yeah.
That I mean, sometimes they'll come at you, and then they'll want your phone number.
Yeah.
And then you give them your phone number, and then sometimes they'll call, and it's just very scary to me to just think about. I was with this man for 34 years, and to think about even, I mean, it'll take me some time, to think about just even going out with another man like that.
Yeah.
And so I tell a lot of my ladies, my mentors, that as far as getting yourself together, your credit together, I mean, let's do that.
Get you together.
get you together, because it's just like when you come to the party, what you bring it to the party. So you want to have your credit straight. You want to get married to this man. Don't go in there with debt. And when I first met my husband, I didn't have a lot of money. I was working, and he had more money. Of course, he had his business going. So I told him that I don't have $1 million, but I can show you how to make $1 million.
Well, that's even better.
So I went into the relationship working, and giving all my all in all. And everything that I thought of or wanted to even think of, that I wanted, my desires of my heart, he made sure it happened to me.
So you
and happened for me.
You elevated what he already had.
What he had already.
You brought him to another level.
I did.
It may not have been you coming with the financial aspect.
Yeah.
But you came with the wisdom.
The wisdom
to make that money, to make it better.
To make it better.
That's better.
So
the two of us together, right?
So if I give you $10,000,
right,
and you take my $10,000 and you go buy us some stuff,
right,
instead of taking my $10,000 and go buy some property or something,
yes,
to invest in something or some products,
right, yeah,
products or something,
right,
or whatever. now tell me, Jonthenio, about with you still have to date when you're in a relationship or whatever.
Yeah, you still gotta put the time in. So,
yeah,
right.
Like I will say this, whether you single or married, whatever, it's you never supposed to stop dating each other.
Yeah.
I feel that speaking from, like I said, a married person, given that perspective, I feel that sometimes you fall victim to what you have at home, and you don't really think about it, and you don't really cherish it because you're not getting the response that you want from what can be at home.
Yeah.
And what I'm speaking about is you can have a woman. I'm old school.
Yeah.
I'm only 42, but I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm an alpha male.
I can see that. Yeah.
I'm an alpha male. That's how I am. I'm a Capricorn. I'm an alpha male.
Yeah.
So
Lord,
you're
a Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn.
I'm surrounded by Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Okay. Oh Lord, I'm surrounded by
Capricorn,
Capricorns. Okay, well go ahead.
So I'm saying I'm old school. I'm old school to the point I'm a man. I'm gonna be a man.
Yeah.
And I need someone to be a woman.
Yeah.
I don't need no woman. Yeah, I need to see that. I don't want no woman going back and forth with me. I'm not gonna control them.
Yeah.
But I don't want nobody going back and forth with me.
Yeah.
I mean, everything happens. Everybody got to know place. And see, that's one thing I want to talk to y'all about.
Okay.
So, having this discussion with many people, for some reason, a lot of women nowadays feel like when you bring up being submissive, they look at it as such a negative space.
Yeah.
They look at it like, oh, I'm being submissive, like you trying to take my voice.
Yeah.
Like I have something to say. It's not about being submissive. So
Ooh,
it's not
jeez.
about losing your voice.
Yes. Yeah.
It's about knowing your role.
Yeah.
You're the supportive role of your man.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I'm saying. Everybody can't be shooters. Somebody got to rebound the ball.
Ooh.
But if we do what we supposed to do collectively, we
As a
still
team.
win.
As a
That's
team.
right.
And
we still win.
that's the goal in relationship, in business, and whatever, is to win. Like, so whoever you be with, you gotta have a winner.
Yeah.
And so you cannot have too many people that want to be in charge.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because you're gonna keep bumping heads.
And then submissive doesn't mean that you're walking behind me.
No.
Submissive could mean I'm gonna respect you enough to lead me where we gonna go.
That's right.
And I'm gonna walk on the side of you.
Correct.
Because I know you're gonna lead me
in
to
the
the
right
right
direction.
place.
Right.
If you wanted me enough to marry you,
Right.
you wanted me to marry you, you trusted me some kind of way to lead you,
Had to.
because I am the man.
Right.
Because the Bible says a man that find a wife
It's a good thing.
find a good thing.
Correct.
So if you trust me enough to be submissive, see, I don't have a problem with the word submissive.
Right.
I don't.
I don't have a problem with it
Unless
either.
if you lead me somewhere,
Yeah. If you
I don't
gonna
have a
lead me
problem
somewhere.
with submission.
And the ones who do, y'all just find your new leader.
You just find your new leader.
But you're not supposed to
Right.
keep the leader that you have.
If you don't
and
have
re-
a problem.
And you know, like everything is a debate or no, find your new leader.
Yeah. So okay, I want to ask y'all this: how y'all feel about when you are dating and you chase someone? Not chase, because you said chase.
Two
The
different
two
things.
different things: the chase and pursuit.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the longest dating relationship that either one of you have had? We can start with you, Dr. Smith. How long you dated someone before y'all got real serious and took it to another level?
How long?
Yeah. Like how many, was it months, years before y'all say, okay, let's move together. We going to another level because I like what's going on here.
Yeah. Most of the time, you can tell within the first 3 months whether you really, really want to be with that person. And I mean, you really can tell. You can tell, I would say maybe 3 to 6 months. You can really tell I think this is a real good match for me, and I really, really want to spend the rest of my life with this person. I mean, that's what happened with me and my husband. But we actually dated. He was thinking a little different than me. He wanted us to date for 4 years. So we dated actually 4 years before we got married.
Okay.
4 years.
So what made you put the ultimate, or he put the ultimate? Who said it's 4 years? Look, we gotta move this to another level.
I said it.
Yeah.
I said, wait, because
I went the fool with you.
I done went before. Yeah,
I'm putting a lot of time in here.
Right,
Yeah.
So we either gonna do it, we're gonna get married, or I'm out.
Yeah.
Right.
It was simple as that. I was
Yeah.
gonna either be out or we were gonna get married.
Yeah.
And we got married, and he just wanted to wait until he was 40 years old. He said that was it. I said, okay, you're 40 now. It's time.
Let's get on.
Wow.
What about you? What is
All
the
right.
longest dating process you went until you said, okay, you're the one that I want to spend my life with, and you don't have to be married. It could be we're taking it to another
all
level.
right. So I'll say this. I think for me it was like 6 months. But to be fair, let's be honest. I think each individual has an idea when being in that relationship, whether it's at the pace that they want it to be, right?
Okay.
So because little things come out.
Okay.
And it's whether or not that thing is something I can go with. Right. So in the back of your mind, you're already making decisions on yay or nay. So it doesn't matter whether it's 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. You're kind of going through peaks and valleys of little things like, I don't think that was nice, or she didn't handle that well, or she handled this great, right? So I'm making decisions. So you're really, like, at this point, I think both parties should be making the decisions. And sometimes you might realize at the end of that 6 months that honestly, this wasn't really good because you still have certain things that they made a certain decision on that you didn't like, stays back in your head. And
do you give a time frame versus like?
No, I don't really
Okay,
give a
so
time
do
frame.
do y'all know as men do you know immediately if somebody is somebody you'll be with?
Well,
Or
no,
you-
not immediately.
No,
The-
you don't know
the
because
first-
that's what they
yeah,
say. They claim
'cause-
that y'all know immediately.
Nah, the first thing is
when,
the first.
if somebody that's gonna be the one you with.
The first
like
immediate-
y'all know immediately. That's what they say.
Yeah, it's gonna be because immediately you're gonna be physically attracted, right?
Okay.
And then it's like mentally, like
Mhm.
as you talk or speak, you begin to take things in. You're like, oh, this is really nice. I like this person, right? But you know, there could be certain things. Like I remember dating someone that, in a certain scenario, they seemed great.
Oh my God.
They seemed great at certain times, right? But there was one particular time that they reacted towards their friend a particular way because their friend didn't react towards them, and I took that as being really interesting. Like it was really it's not what I expected.
Yeah.
Because it almost seemed like I'm gonna get you back, and that
So that turned you off. Yeah.
that kind of stayed with me
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, I thought this was a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe they didn't do something that you liked, but this is the way you're reacting. Plus, also, let's be fair. I don't like to be in a combative situation, right? Like I don't mind telling jokes because I'm a teaser. I'm a tell jokes. I'm a tease a little bit, but if getting me back means that you have to try to destroy me, that means you're trying to break me, right? So that means necessarily for me, oh, there's no cutoff switch for you. See, like my cutoff switch is when you start feeling sad. All right, I've gone too far.
Yeah.
Right? I thought this was, you know, or you're angry. I thought we were just joking, teasing each other. Now you trying to cut. Now there's a
Now
problem.
you going deep. You going
Yeah,
you
because-
saying some stuff that you know gonna hurt.
Because
me,
why would
know?
you cut? Why would you try to
me?
cut an individual,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that means if
you
you
love me,
can't
but you
break
go
that
through
with me, then I'm not that person for you.
Yeah.
Because you should think emotionally about me too. Why
Yeah.
would you? I'm not trying to break you.
Yeah.
So don't try to break me.
Don't try to break me.
We're trying to grow together and have a little fun with each other at the same time, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big difference.
For you, how long was it you dated?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I done dated different lengths of time. You know, I really don't know like what's the longest that I done dated, because I mean it depends. It depends on how long I was pursuing that person until they felt like, well, look, they basically cornered me, right? Like, look, we've been doing this for this long. Like, what we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it was probably up to me, especially the younger me, I probably would have just kept dating. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
That's real, though.
I mean, that's real.
That's
talk.
real.
Oh,
Like
man,
nobody's gonna
man.
make the conscious decision to say, "Oh, we got to be monogamous."
Yeah.
If you don't put your foot down. Like, I
Right,
mean,
right.
I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, dating would look totally different, as being older than it was when I was younger. I mean, because at first it's all about the looks. Like, man, I
Yeah.
want the baddest thing walking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want it all. Like,
Yeah.
boom, she got it. That's who I'm going after. Boom, she ain't my target. She ain't my radar. But I will tell you that will leave you empty.
I'm laughing.
Yeah.
It will
Because,
leave you
Yeah.
empty.
Yeah, because like you got the baddest one
yeah,
going,
yeah.
but she don't got nothing up here.
Man,
It's a physical. It's a
Dense.
physical thing. It's all physical.
Yep,
it's all
she's
physical. It's
she's
all
living
physical.
on her physical.
She's
That's it.
living on her
But
physical.
you know what's crazy about
What?
that? A lot of women, they learn that from young. They mamas instilled that instead of and I've always said this, and I got plenty of kickback behind it. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm just being
Go ahead,
real.
go
You got
ahead,
me on the
be
show
real.
and be
Let's
real.
go. We
So-
being real today.
so-
y'all don't like it, y'all. We being real today.
Yeah, you
Go
don't like
ahead.
it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead, go ahead.
apologizing
I
in
want
advance.
it.
You
I
heard
want
me?
it.
But like a lot of women would raise their daughters to like worry about the outer appearance.
Yeah, y'all not lying.
And
I gotta
I'm
tell
just
y'all when
being
y'all
real.
finish.
Yeah.
Girl, you
Finish.
better, girl, you look. You better use that while you got it. Use them looks.
Yeah.
What is that?
My grandmother actually told me those same words
See what I'm
of you better
Use what you got to
No,
get what
she
you
said,
want.
Get what you got to give. Not only that, you better that cake. You better use your money maker. I'm
that's
serious.
what I'm saying.
My grandma told me use my money maker.
Yeah.
She
Wow.
actually told me that.
Man.
Also, you said the physical part of it.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all this. My grandmother and my aunt, honestly, y'all, when I was young, they used to dress me up. I knew I was bad.
Right.
And young, I knew I was bad because my grandma and them would make me feel that way. As far as you got beautiful legs.
Oh,
my
yeah.
grandma used to dote over my legs.
Right.
You beautiful legs, and guess what? Dress me up, put me in the mirror.
Right. Look at yourself.
Look at yourself. You beautiful. You heard me? You beautiful. Now, it did well for my self-esteem.
Of course it did.
Of course.
Of course it did.
It did well for my self-esteem, right? But you're right. You're absolutely right. We're taught that as young.
I know. And see, that becomes a conflict though, because it's like if women would focus more on the interior.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be, because you got to give a man some type of substance, bro. Like I'm saying, I hate to tell you, I don't care who you is.
Yeah. So you don't like those BBLs?
Listen,
I don't care for BBLs.
See, this is another thing, right?
Ant booties.
Like I don't think
women
women never consult men on what is attractive.
Right.
Yeah.
Once again, y'all go and do whatever you want to do. So it's like BBLs.
Right.
Have you ever asked a man whether he wants to date someone with a BBL? No, you just think BBL. You think thick eyebrows. You think nose rings. You think lace front weaves. You never consult and say, "Hey, baby," or "Hey, does this look attractive?" I don't get it. Like
BBLs turn to BBUs when y'all get older.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like,
they don't stay
my thought here is
BBU. It's gonna turn different.
It's gonna turn different. BBL on you.
No one consults a man. It's like there's no consulting between men. Men, we get together and we talk. When we talk with each other, we still have variations of things that we like and what we don't like. So even when we talk to each other, it's never on the same game plan. But when women speak, it seems to be like, this is the game plan. We stick with the game plan.
Right.
And my problem with that is that no one.
What's trending?
You create the trend. You follow it, and it's like everybody has to be in it. But no one ever says, like, men, we tolerate things. Like, there's some women will say, my man doesn't know I have a wig on.
Yeah.
Really? He doesn't. Because when I feel the back of when I feel someone's head, I feel the braids.
Right.
First of all, number one, I know it's a wig, but I can feel the braids underneath. Right. If your man,
in that field.
if your man does not,
what?
If your man is tolerating it. It doesn't mean that your man likes it, but he's tolerating it to date you. Now, whether he loves you or he's just hitting you up for sex, he's tolerating you, right? Because it doesn't mean that he necessarily loves what you're putting out there, but he likes you.
Okay.
Right.
So
Right?
wait. So are we going to go to break in a minute? Because we have some women that then came into this building, and we're going to talk about some other stuff. But before we go to break, y'all answer me this question right quick. You like natural hair?
I like an individual for who they are. So I don't mind. I mean, I like natural, but let's be fair. I want it to look, at least reasonable on you. Like, I tolerated my ex-girl because she wore the wash and go bun every day. Like, other looks she had were great. The bun I wasn't really into, but I tolerated it because the reality is I liked her, right? I cared about her.
Okay.
So
bun. Okay. You like natural hair?
I love natural hair.
You love natural hair?
I do.
You like the natural hair of a person?
I like I like the natural person.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, however God made you, I'm rocking with that.
There you go.
That's why I'm really careful makeup like that.
Yeah. Once again, I'm with you on that. I'm not into the whole makeup production.
We gotta go. We getting into this, and y'all don't go nowhere because we doing date and love. Date and love.
Good.
It's the Relationships Olympics. I'm your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and you're tuned into Red Lip Talk Podcast. Y'all better not go nowhere because this is getting juicy. Mwah.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Hello, everybody. I am author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning into Red Lip Podcast.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Hi, my name is Tamika Fall, the Master Stylist of First Lady Salon and Spa. I am always tuned into Red Lip Talk Podcast. It's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of Red Lip Talk Podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
The marketing diva.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
My name is Tyrone Rankins with Magic Beauty Company, and you are tuned in to Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Red Lip Diva, the marketing diva.
Still dealing with hurricane damage on your roof or damages to your home in general? Call Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 or visit stepconstruction.com. Step Construction is fully licensed and fully insured. We tell the insurance companies what they owe you. For a peace of mind, protect your most valuable asset. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Hello everyone. This day is declared National Still Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
We have 2,500 bottles of this formula that's designed to give you what you need in terms of health, happiness, and healing. People have testimonies already. People have been serviced already, and now we want you to be a part of this blessed experience. Give us a call at 416-5256. Give us a call at 237-4000, and we have a bottle for you. And trust me, this will be the best investment you ever made for your body. You heard it from the truth, the whole truth, Dr. Truth, Dr. Kendra, Baby Truth. Now be blessed.
Hi, this is your favorite author, Teresha Rell. Live, learn, love with an open heart.
Oh my God. You guys are very sexual and you think that y'all
Ooh. That was a shot. Ooh, come on, y'all. Wait. Okay, y'all. Wait. I'm back, y'all. It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva. And y'all just don't know it's going down in here today on Dating Olympics. I mean, guys, the conversation that y'all just missed during a break, you know? Yeah, relationship Olympics. It's relationship Olympics. And guess
I'm
what,
hoping it's
guys?
building.
And look, y'all, I want y'all to hear. Everybody has their opinions. Everybody's opinions are great or whatever. Everybody have their own opinion, right? But I want to bring these beautiful ladies that I met at Mondays doing the week of Bona Brothers, and they have this thing that they come down every Monday. Y'all call it what?
Divalicious
Mondays. So I had to have them on the podcast on today. I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves like I did with them. So we can start with you.
Well, my name is Shantae. I'm a nurse and a mom of 3 beautiful girls.
Okay.
My name is Trisha. I'm a nurse also, but I am what you would call, I guess, a renegade.
She say a renegade. You know, when I met these beautiful ladies, they were enjoying lunch with each other. And they said they come out every Monday. They go out to different places and stuff. And I had to invite them to come on the podcast and chill with us. And I knew we was having this show.
Well, when I saw those red lips on y'all, I'm like, girl, you look so good. I'm like, no. And look, she had the red lips necklace on. I'm like, you just popping. She caught my attention.
Yes,
and that's not easy for me. You have to understand.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. Now, before we left, we was talking about the word submissive, and you asked them to pull up that word. We pull up that word on the break.
You know, the thing is, for me, when it comes to relationships, they always come with, a woman is supposed to submit. We are always supposed to submit.
Yes.
And, the thing is, what does submit mean? Because when you look at the definition of submit, what is the definition of submit? Can somebody Google it, please?
What definition? Oh, you want me to Google it?
Google it.
Okay, let's Google
And
submit.
then after that, I want to know what submit is for you.
Okay.
So while she's Googling, tell me what submit is.
What it mean? I could tell you.
Yes,
I could tell you what it means to me.
Tell
what
me
it
what it
means
means
to
to
me
you.
is a situation where a person is willing to give in, right? And I'll follow up by example.
Ooh,
so
wow,
if you with a person with your significant other, and for instance, let me start off by saying this: as your man, a man has a certain authorities, and I'm not saying authorities as far as in a derogatory way. I'm saying like a man is like the leader of his family. Like that's how we've been appointed. That's our job. That's what's our responsibility.
Yes.
So with those responsibilities comes certain. I don't want to use the word because I know you.
This is my question.
Mhm.
When I'm submitting
y'all let
to
me know
my
when y'all
man's
want me to
authority,
submit.
am I supposed to lose who I am?
Never.
Am I supposed
Never.
to lose who I am because I'm submitting to your
Never.
authority?
Never.
Because sometimes who I am, because I am a very, 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 how do y'all put that?
Alpha female.
Yes.
I don't want to say alpha female because it's supposed to be alpha male.
They have
But
alpha
I am a
females,
very
too.
direct person.
They call me an alpha
So
female. I don't know
with
why.
me being very direct,
Yeah.
am I supposed to lose who I am because I'm submitting to the will of my man, even if it's something I don't agree with? So could you read submit to me, please?
Okay, submissive. I'm reading this, y'all. Submissive. Yeah, you want me to read this, or you want answer first? Okay.
go ahead, read.
Submissive. It says ready to conform to the authority or will of others. Okay, meekly obedient
So
or
when we're
passive.
conforming, are we losing ourselves?
A submissive, almost sheep-like people.
Right.
And they say now a person who takes the submissive role in BDSM sexual activities. That's what it says.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they say, what that is, y'all? It's going on.
down the valley,
She's
you know.
a submissive who likes to push the limits of the dominant partner's rules.
So I'm gonna say this. I don't even know if I'm on, but
Mine
You
isn't
on?
on either.
the key
Turn
is,
that on.
the
You know,
key
get
is
it. Let me
for
see.
me. I just turned. Hello. Okay.
you're on.
So what I'm saying is that I think each individual
Testing.
has to find that individual that they can connect with. So let's just say there are 50 men out there, and 49 of them are not the connection for you.
Well, this is what I'm
hold on,
saying.
hold
I
on,
want
hold
you to
on.
speak
I'm
for you,
I'm
not
finishing
for
up. I'm finishing
59
up.
other men.
I'm finishing up. Right. So what I'm saying to you is that you would just have to find the one that's for you. 49 of them might not be for you. So it's not necessarily saying anything negative. It's just saying, okay, these are not for you. And that's fine. Because the reality is not everyone is supposed to be a perfect match. You can't put two people together and expect it to work. Like, they have to find each other.
Right. So you would submit to your wife.
Yeah, because there are certain things that you're going to have to submit to.
I like that.
That's because it's
I like
not
that.
just you. You're not a
I like
single
that.
person. If you're a single person, then live your own life. But when you live with another person and you have decided that this
like
person
that.
is a part of your life, you have to make changes and alterations to your life
So-
so that you can both combine together.
Well, that is agreeable. But when you read the definition of submissive, that is not what
All
it
right,
says.
well, I say this. I'm not a very religious person, number one, so I'm going to take that off the board. And, I tell everybody straightforward. Don't expect me to follow anything that you've read. I'm going on what I feel and what I believe in that the world consists of, right? So it's emotions, it's understanding desires, and it's also understanding goals and so forth. So two people come together with the idea of saying, I like you, but it goes past that. How do we work together? What do we have it together to go to?
So is that submitting or is that a mutual agreement?
I would think it's a little bit of both, because a mutual agreement is fine, but then there's times, like, perfect example, in your household, you might be like, oh, I do the laundry, but I do the cooking, right? So one thing is going to be, you make a decision. Car needs to be fixed. And you got to go and fix it, right? Or whatever the case may be. There are
So
things
what
that you
roles?
do in
Okay,
life.
so we have been taught and we have been brought up as children to think the man is supposed to be the lead. Y'all haven't been taught that?
I mean,
You haven't been
my
taught that?
mom's an alpha, no.
Oh,
I
your
mean,
mom's an alpha?
you know,
Okay,
But
okay.
I've seen it. Like,
Yeah.
my grandparents, they're from the South. I'm from
Okay.
the East Coast. But basically, I've seen where my mom has been married, but she's also been single.
Okay.
So she's be considered the dominant parent.
Yeah.
And when you're the dominant parent, although my father's active in my life, always been.
Yeah.
You have to take on both roles at all times to have balance.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But on a consistent basis, I always had both sides. I
Yeah,
got
both
to see,
sides. Okay.
my father's been married for about 30 years, and, my mom, she's been in and out of her situations. But
Yeah.
you get to see a lot of different dynamics.
I know with my mom, y'all, I've seen me growing up with my mom. I was raised by my grandmother, but then I lived with my mom in my teenage years, right? And my mom, she's very strong. She's very, very strong. I think she the alpha in her house, to be honest with you. Because anything she tells me, he's going to do it. Not me, I don't want that. Even though I'm an alpha female, I don't want that. I want the equalness. I don't want to walk in the back of you. I walk on the side of you. So maybe we should change the word being submissive. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
versus let's walk together as one. But do you want the man to lead you?
Well,
if you are in a
Okay.
relationship
Well,
with
for
someone that
me-
you respect enough, do
Well,
you want them
for
to
me,
lead you?
My mom and dad, when they decided that it couldn't work, my dad moved across the street because he wanted to be active in our lives. My dad was a very, very big part in my life growing up.
Yeah.
So yes, I might look like this, but I ride a horse and I work on my cars. I ride a motorcycle, so I have 7 piercings, and I took a few of them out not to offend anybody.
Yeah.
Because of my job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I also grew up watching my mom deny herself because she had girls, and she wanted us to grow up in a certain way. As to, when my dad moved across the street, I've never seen my mom date anybody. And when I turned 17, I asked her, I said, why don't you have somebody for you?
Yeah.
And she said, because I had y'all.
Yeah.
So she was more concerned with the way we saw her and things like that. Whereas growing up, she didn't realize I was more concerned with seeing you. I felt like
Happy.
you were unhappy
Yeah.
and you needed somebody for you.
You hitting home
So
because that's
that
me
that was
with
the
my-
thing for
my
me.
kids.
But she also grew up as a daughter of parents who had all girls. And my grandmother said when I got married, she stomped her foot and said, once you get married, that's it. And that's how she raised them. So my parents are married for 20 years and separated for 20 years and lived across the street from each other. Which for me, I'm like, in my
But did
mind,
your dad see other people? Did y'all see other people go by
he
your dad?
did. And in my mind, I told my mom at 17, I said, I don't want to be you.
See,
and
I
she
would
had to
say-
actually look at me and
Yeah.
and like I felt like I did everything to mold you to be a better person. But in my mind, I don't want to be you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be you because you denied yourself happiness. You know, not because of your children, but because of the way other people would see you.
Yeah.
So I'm that middle child, that rebel child, that I'm always going against the grain. So when people tell me things like submit, I'm offended.
Oh yeah.
But why though? I'm trying
I'm
to
offended
get to the
because
reason why.
I feel like if I submit and I suppress who I am,
But that don't
I'm
you
not
don't
being
have to
true to my
suppress.
identity.
But you don't have to
But
suppress.
if I'm submitting,
Mhm.
what if I'm submitting to something I don't agree to?
That mean
when
you
you
got- you-
submit,
that mean you
submit
with the wrong
is
person.
a very broad word.
You with the wrong person,
But
though.
submit can be taken anyway.
Right.
You know, and I understand when you say you're with the wrong person.
Right.
But me,
Mhm.
being who I am, you have to think about everybody's upbringing and what they've seen and stuff like that. For me, it's more like I need to be me and true to who I am.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But why did
And
you
so,
submitting make
I
you
feel
not true
like,
to you? That's what I'm just trying to
Why should I
understand.
have to submit? Why
Mhm.
can't you be accepting?
It is accepting.
So why do
So
we have
if-
to
if-
use the word submit? Why can't we just say accepting? You be accepting of me,
Mhm.
and I'll be accepting of you.
Okay.
If you don't accept me for who I am, I'm leaving.
Is the wrong person.
So I don't have
So
that to
tell
worry
them-
about because I'm going to leave. Because I feel like I'm losing my identity and I'm not true to self.
With the right person, you would.
With the right person, I could be me, you can be you, and we can come to a mutual agreement.
Yeah.
And so mutual agreement and submit is not the same
What do
definition.
you do in a situation? You with your husband, and
Yeah, we didn't
You
even find
say-
out. Oh, you're married?
I am married.
You're married. How
I
long?
dated my husband 17 days. I've been married for 23 years.
Oh my
Okay.
God!
That's
and we were
great.
just was talking about that. How
Right,
long?
how long,
17
yeah.
days.
17 days.
Did you? What did he? Did
So
he? Wait.
let me just give you
Ooh,
a
no,
short
17
version
days.
of a very long
Yeah.
story. I was going to marry somebody I had dated for 6 years, and my dad was like, "Trisha, you want to get married?" I'm like, "Yeah, Dad. You know, you don't pay for everything." He's like, "But you want to get married?" I'm like, He said, "Well, you don't have to. You don't want to."
Right.
I looked down and went, "I don't want to." He said, "Good. I don't like him anyway." So I got rid of
6
him.
years. 6 years
So,
you dated.
right. So, and I actually, I'm gonna tell you about that.
Uh-huh.
So, even if you're looking, you know, love
Yeah.
you to death, we're friends.
Yeah.
I got rid of him June 3rd and got married July 21st the next month to somebody else. Because in my mind, I'm like, I was with you for 6 years and you still did things that I did not expect.
Yeah.
They said, how could you marry somebody you don't know? Well, evidently, I didn't know everything about him in 6 years. So my thing was, 17 days, I'm gonna get to know you on paper.
Oh.
We're gonna get to know each other
together.
Yeah. I'm not gonna invest 6 more years, and I have nothing invested. We're gonna invest in each other. And that's why,
Y'all
and
talking
that's
some
how
stuff
that
today.
went.
Yeah, I feel
So,
that.
and we've been together ever since. And yes, we did have, you know, because he already had a kid. I had no children. But the guy I was with for 6 years, I adopted his children.
Okay.
So, meaning when I got rid of him, I kept the kids,
Right.
believe it
Yes.
or not. So
Yes.
he came into a blended family that wasn't my family or his family, but it's my family
It's
because
his
these are my
family.
kids.
Yeah.
Right, right.
So
And
that
my-
means he really was willing to love you because
had to be.
he's
He had
willing to
to.
love
Yeah.
somebody else's kid.
Right.
You
Right,
know, as
right.
well. So
Right.
he was willing to love you. That's great. That I'm talking about that because that hits home for me because I've been dating somebody for like 5-6 years off and on, you know,
Right.
like that. And it took you 17 days.
Well, it took
17 days.
17 days. And my thing was,
That's
why
very
should
unique.
I, why should I give
Yeah.
myself to
23
somebody?
years.
Why should I give myself to somebody who's not going to invest in me in the long term? So if you want to be with me and invest in me,
Put me on paper.
exactly.
Because if something happened to you or something happened to me, all we had, well, love is good, but all we had is love. It's nothing. I'm not on paper. I'm not being provided for this and that. But we're just so called
Baby,
dating.
I can't eat air.
Yeah,
I'm
we so
sorry.
called dating. We're dating.
Yes.
Yeah. You're
Single.
dating. You're single.
I'm kind
But
of
are you
dating.
dating?
I mean,
Yeah.
I just got out of a relationship like maybe 2 months ago. Almost.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've been
How long did you
engaged
date
3
that person?
times. 7 months.
7 months.
7
Ooh,
months,
that was
yeah.
a while. 7 months. What's
Yeah.
the longest you dated someone?
6 years.
6 years.
Well, not
See, that's
actually
6
dating. We were engaged.
Yeah.
We were engaged off and on, but I'm just not into because I've had like everyone around me is like married long term.
Okay.
I always like the situation, like she said, oh, you know, someone I had 6 years, like, look, I can try to make it work, but if I know in my heart I'm gonna stand in front of my family, I'm a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
36 and I'm a daddy's. If I'm gonna stand in front the Lord too.
Yeah.
Right. Listen, it's not that deep. I'm backing out like right now.
Right.
I'm
That's
not
real.
going to, because once you get in a marriage,
Yes.
I don't have the. It's already hard ending a marriage.
Yeah.
On paper.
Yeah. I'm
Then you
divorced
have
twice,
the
so I know.
emotional part of it.
Yeah.
If any of that trips anything from, past relationships, I don't know if I have the mental to deal with the back end of something. Anything could fail.
Yeah.
But if I know it's not sailing before I go into it, I'm not going.
Okay.
We're not
I'm not
going.
taking my past into my future.
Yeah.
Basically, if you want to ask me about my past, I will tell you. Make sure it's what you want to know, because I'm gonna be very honest with you.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, don't ask me if I gave him head if you know it's gonna offend you.
Right.
I'm just being truthful about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay. Because the thing is, don't compare what I do with somebody else to you.
Yeah.
So don't ask me.
So how you
questions
kept?
that,
I want to know how you kept it going for 20-something years. You 20.
Well, this is how.
She just told you she's dominant.
Well,
No,
let me
no.
just let me just
No,
say
don't
this.
play with her husband.
Let me just
Don't
say
play with her
this. Let me just say
She
this.
just told you she's dominant.
Let me just say
play with her husband.
No.
Who her husband is.
I'm gonna tell you.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
give you
messing-
some
I'm just messing
background.
with
No,
you.
but I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you a little background on my husband. My husband was raised by his mother.
Oh, okay.
Actually, his father passed while his mother was pregnant for him.
Okay,
And his mom raised him. So my husband has very his way, and he grew up in a church.
Okay.
Like, I grew up very strict Catholic. He grew up very Southern Baptist. And as you know, they are very different.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So my husband is very, to be honest, and very blunt, my husband is very, very, he will pick you apart.
Yeah.
And he was very judgmental.
Yeah.
And I had to tell him at one point, I said, so
Most
while you're picking me
Christians are.
apart, let me pick out something about you that I don't
Most
like,
Christians
that
are.
I tolerate as your wife because I love you.
Yeah.
So it's things we tolerate, not because I'm being submissive, but I tolerate it because I love you.
Yeah.
And technically, a lot of shit I deal with.
Yeah.
I don't know if we PG-13.
I don't know we PG-13.
I
I
deal
don't know,
with
y'all.
it because
Can we cuss?
Because
Can
I
we
love
cuss?
you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it pisses me off. So let me point out some things to you that I don't like while you're sitting here picking me apart.
Right.
And I started pointing out. He said, "Well, you never said that." I said, "Because
I love you.
I love you." You
Yeah.
know. I said,
Yeah.
"So evidently you love me enough to tell me what you don't like
Yeah.
about me.
Yeah.
So let me love you enough to tell you what I just want to stump you about that I
Right.
don't like about you that I pull up with all the time.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that when we go to your mom's house, you let them disrespect me.
Ooh.
I don't like the fact that when people come around, they say whatever. I don't like the fact that when we go to your family reunions, I don't know anybody because you don't introduce me and you walk around and talk to everybody. And I'm just standing there and I don't know
Ooh, I just
nobody
had that
because we
conversation
grew
with
up on
someone
two different
yesterday.
parts of the world.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I am from the bayou.
Yeah.
You are from Mississippi almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that.
no, we didn't grow up where this family knows that family. We're different. So what I did was the last time he left me at a funeral. Remember
Yeah.
I told you that?
Yeah.
He left me at the funeral. So I had the spare keys with me in my bra. I went to the car and I put on a little Boosie, bad bitch. INDEPENDE. Yeah, ask me if he didn't run to the car and oh, that's about, yeah, could you turn? Oh no, nobody knows me here. So let me make my presence known.
Let me make my
in a
presence
graveyard
known.
for the
let's-
third time.
Let's talk about this because
So
I had that conversation with somebody yesterday about introducing.
Right.
If you're on a date with somebody and it's somebody you've been dealing with for a while, and their family walks up, or people of that family that know them, but they, how you doing, everybody? How you doing, everybody? Respectful and this and that. Do you introduce who this person is, even if y'all just dating?
You gonna do some as your friend.
As your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But did you tell that person that they were just your friend?
Well, that's a total different situation.
If you're dating,
If you're dating, that is your girlfriend or your boyfriend. It's not. You're just not friends.
Okay.
Because you're
Okay.
casual.
What would you
You're
do?
not just casual.
If
Because
a
you're
man is
saying-
not,
you're
that
saying,
happened to
I'm
me
dating.
before.
That means
Okay.
That
I'm
happened
probably
to me.
gonna call
Okay.
you tomorrow. We're probably gonna have a conversation
I want you
today.
to
We're
talk
probably
about
gonna
it.
make some plans. I mean, we are not just casual dating. Like, yeah, I hit you up when I want something, right?
Right.
That's the difference. You are a friend,
Right.
but if
Want
you're
something
if
like
you're
what?
saying
I hit you up if I want
okay,
sex.
perfect example, right?
Or
If
I
I
hit
hit you
you
up
up-
because I want sex, right?
Okay.
Like, then that's casual.
Okay.
Because we're not probably talking all the time. We're talking like once in a while, we get into a conversation for the week and we plan it out, right?
Okay.
But it's not like every day of the week.
Look at that.
Like, I'll talk to
Look
you
at your
tomorrow,
face.
we'll do this, we'll do that.
Look at your face.
If it's every
Look at your
day,
face.
we're dating. Like, that's what dating is. Right?
That's your opinion. Did you did you guys discuss
Right.
that?
If we're
Well,
just-
we're
no,
dating.
no,
we're
I'm saying-
together.
no, I'm saying if we are in a
you take me
relationship-
out on a date and we're just having drinks,
No,
you're
I'm
my
saying
friend.
if we're in a relationship, like if we've made that decision.
Okay.
But I'm not in a sense of fucking relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm talking
Oh,
to
Lord,
you
they
every
talking
day.
3D.
Because I don't
Put
need,
your phone.
I don't
Put your
need
phone.
to do that every day.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Put it up there.
If,
Yes.
No, I don't think. Okay, if it's just sex, I don't need to call you every day. Because what I might have yesterday, I mean, I don't need to get it tomorrow. I just got it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to need to hit you back when I'm kind of in need. And I'm not going to probably even be in need of the whole week. Because I'm like, no, I'm done.
See,
you know,
y'all,
I got
that's
that.
the crazy part. That's not dating.
But that's not dating. That's what I'm saying. It's casual. It's not a relationship.
That's not dating. Okay,
That's
so
sex. It's not a relationship.
I was
Let her talk about what
dating
happened.
someone and dating, like dinner, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And he had a family member from his ex see him in, Walmart.
Yeah.
It's not even about who I am to you. I'm trying to see what type of human being you are.
Yeah.
Because I don't care who's around me. If I see someone I'm familiar with and they see me with someone, a decent human, you're going to acknowledge me. I'm a person.
Yeah.
I'm not a product on the shelf.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're just touching me or if we're doing whatever.
Yeah.
The right thing to do as a human would
I
be,
like
hey,
that.
this is whatever. But I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
I'm just going to watch and see what you do.
Yeah.
That could be our last trip to Walmart together. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let people do what they want, so you can see what they rather do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, going out
I felt
and stuff.
so awkward
it
in that.
Yeah.
Even though the people were really nice and they were nice and they were like, that's my people and still like engaging, but you didn't introduce me, and I felt like I should have gotten an introduction as to who I am. That's just my friend or anything like that. I really felt like that should have been.
Yeah, you should have
So
gotten
I felt like.
A lot of times I
would have walked
feel like
off.
I'm
Aisle six. Aisle six would have saw me.
Like I'm shaking hands with my friend and I'm excluding you over here like you don't even exist.
Right.
That's disrespectful. I feel disrespectful.
Yes.
I feel
Yes.
like-
I don't like that. I don't like that
I
at
mean,
all.
just as long as you say something like, "Oh, this is Guy."
Yeah.
All right, you don't have to have a title because we're just friends. But don't exclude me like I'm.
And if you're gonna have a whole
Casper
conversation
the
with me
Ghost.
standing there,
You know what I'm saying?
and I'm looking like,
Casper the Ghost.
No.
because then especially if it's a person of the opposite sex, okay, so now I'm in my mind, I'm like, okay, did y'all
who is
have
that?
some? Who is
Yeah,
this?
who is
And
that
is
relationship?
it a relative
Yeah.
or
Yep.
and why aren't you comfortable with introducing me to this person?
Yeah.
So let me just exit aisle 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And if we in your
I'll
car,
be
baby, I
back.
gotta
I'll
live.
leave the whole car. I'll
I'm
be
not
back.
standing there.
Yeah.
I'm going to get whatever
gonna
I
lift?
came for. If I'm in your vehicle, I'll be in someone else's whenever Lyft or Uber pull up. You're not gonna
real. I like
disrespect
that.
me.
And I support
You're not
that.
gonna
I like that
disrespect
too.
me.
I like that too.
I'm not invisible.
I like that too. We're gonna take a break, but I just love what's going on. We're gonna take a break in a minute, and we're gonna get into takeaways. One more segment. Y'all don't go nowhere. This is so juicy. I know y'all like, ooh, Kree, you ain't never did this, So don't go nowhere. It's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and you're tuned into Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah. I love it.
This is Celebrator. Tune in to Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Red Diva. The marketing Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Great afternoon, guys. This is Sean Johnson with Majestic Photography. Guess what? We are always tuned into Red Lip Talk Podcast. If you're not first, you're last.
Red Diva, the marketing diva.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
It's your girl Spice Diva's the Marketing Diva, the host of Red Lip Talk Podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
Hey everyone, it's your girl Get Glammed Up by Keyshawn. Tune into Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Hello, everybody. I am author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning into Red Lip Podcast.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Hi, my name is Tamika Fall, the Master Stylist of First Lady Salon and Spa. I am always tuned into Red Lip Talk Podcast. It's your girl Spice Diva's the Marketing Diva, the host of Red Lip Talk Podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more.
I wasn't raised like that. I ain't committing to none of that. We coming back. We're back, y'all. Y'all don't understand. It's going down on Red Lip Talk Podcast right now. And we are live. And oh my God, it is going down in here, y'all. It's going down. And I love it. Oh, that's okay. Look, they're talking. We on relationship Olympics.
How many years
okay,
you got?
it's relationship Olympics, so it's a lot of things going on at one time. This is so exciting, and I love it. But I wanted to talk a little bit more. You want to talk about submission?
Yes.
So go ahead and talk about submission.
So being submissive, I do agree with the concept and the definition and everything.
Yeah.
But here's my issue.
Okay.
When you talk about being submissive on the back end, I like to look at the whole picture. I don't have an issue with submitting, but what I find nowadays with people, around my age, I'm younger considered.
How young?
I mean, I'm 36. I'm younger than all my friends. All my friends are in their 50s. Like, they're older. I've always
well,
been
you wise then.
Yeah, I'm very
'Cause
wise.
you hang around wise people.
Very
You don't-
wise.
you don't-
I've
you don't
always
hang
been around
around
older
30,
people since I was like 10. The lady who used to get me from church was like 50. I've never been the younger crowd. But what I do notice is the fact that a lot of men that are raised by single mothers, it's a problem mentally. Like, you know, they say, oh, you don't need the father. They're trying to be spiteful with the dads. They have that single mom syndrome. And I'm not saying they all turn out bad. I'm not saying they all turn out bad, but it's that they want the mom they feel like they had. I can't be your mom. I'm supposed to be your significant other. And if there's nothing significant about me, then we shouldn't be dating. They don't know how to be a partner. You know, their mom either overhyped them or underplayed them, and they have a complex with women they've never addressed.
That part.
So I'm not
agree
going to
with that
submit to
part.
I'm not going to submit to no concept of what a man's supposed to be. You need to be standing in and in your power and know that, you know, I've had these issues and can identify them and being accountable. And then I'll submit to that.
And
But
my
a lot
thing
of
is-
men need therapy.
Yeah.
A lot of men need
you're
therapy.
wrong, if you are wrong, eat your shit.
I need that's part. Let's talk about single parents.
I'm gonna say like two.
Let's go about single parents because I'm gonna tell y'all my issues afterwards.
I come from a family with I mean, I was born in America, then went back to West Indies, came back to America, and at that point in time, there was a family unit, right? So it was a mother and a father. But my father cheated a lot, so eventually moved to Queens, bought a house. Eventually divorced, came about. So I come from the idea of understanding both sides of having a father or not having a father, right?
Your mic is on. Is it
Okay,
on?
is it on?
Yeah.
Okay. So understanding the concept of with a father, even though my father was doing wrong, he understood his place in the relationship, right? So there was never really a bunch of arguing in the house by him, right?
Okay.
Because as a man in a relationship, you shouldn't want to argue about everything. Because I find that that's what I hate to say it, what women might do, because women are at home,
That is.
or maybe not at
That
home.
is what they
but
do.
I
I'm a
don't.
woman. I
So a
argue.
man has to make the choice of this battle is the battle I'm going to stand on,
Yeah.
but not
It's gonna
all
make
these
me
battles,
me.
because we can't keep a relationship if there's every single battle, right? So understanding, so if
And
you
why
are,
you gotta be in a battle in a relationship? That's what I
well,
want to know. Why
okay,
you gotta be in a battle?
ask a woman, because I don't know why women
Why we
choose.
gotta battle in
that's
every
The battle
something
was
you gotta
he
ask a
was
woman.
cheating.
That's something you
He
gotta
was
ask a woman.
cheating.
No,
That
no,
was
it's
his
not
battle.
just the cheating. I'm
She's
just saying.
gonna
Well,
bust
yeah,
like
that could
argue
be it.
every time
But-
he hit the door.
but
Yeah,
there is no cheating.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
if,
he
if
stopped
there is no
coming
cheating.
through?
I don't know what
Yeah.
happens with whether or not. But
Maybe
but
the
even-
behavior gave cheating vibes.
No, but even
it
if
gave
I've
some
been
kind of insecurity.
but even in a relationship that I've noticed where it's like, or maybe it's like because you feel that we should be more committed past a certain time, so that after a while everything becomes an argument, and I'm like, that's not an argument.
It becomes disrespect.
That happens to me.
but-
That happens to me.
But to be fair, I understand
After
the
a while, I'm
concept.
like, you ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna have an attitude
I
like-
understand the concept of having a mother role model or having a father role model, because if you're a father, then you realize a father's going to have certain responsibilities in that household. So as a young boy, you get a chance, or a young man, you get a chance to see the responsibilities that the father would have. Thank you, bro. So you get a chance to see the responsibilities of what a father would have. Can you hear me?
Can you hear him, Mike?
Can you hear me? And that puts out your reaction of when you go into the world and you're trying to get into a relationship. But if you come up underneath a mother and that's all you've seen, and your mother has a tendency to be that way, then it's going to be two people, two feminine energies battling against each other in the household.
That's what it is. Yep.
Right.
That's
I
exactly what I'm
agree.
talking
I
about.
agree.
That's exactly what it is.
Energies.
The men want to be subconsciously. That's what they revert back to. What they know. Yeah. Yeah.
It's feminine energy because the individual does not know how to react with a certain situation. Like, man, we can go out in the street regular back in the days when we were young, get beat up, fight, get beat
Be
up.
friends the
Still
next
be
day.
20 years later, be like,
That's right.
Oh yeah, you mean we be friends later
That's
on.
right.
Might not be
That's
friends
right.
immediately, but 20 years later, we're two
That's
grown
right.
men.
That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
And then we're cool with that. But
Yeah.
the energy that we have right now, it's like we can't solve problems as young men.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
So everything is like everything is a fight.
He's giving me another one.
Everything is a fight. Oh, everything is a fight and everything is a battle, right?
Yeah.
So I understand that when you say about dating a man or a young man that's grown up underneath a woman.
Yeah.
because his ways of handling things and expectations are differently. Like if I'm in a relationship, right, I do everything on my own right now, right? I have
What
to
you need a
admit,
woman for?
no, that's not true. Because, but
Like,
I
you
might,
know.
I might, because as a man in a relationship, I try to push some things towards you. It doesn't mean that I don't know how to do it. Well, I might not. But like if I ask you about computer stuff and I'm like, maybe you can do this, right? Like, don't make it seem like I need you to do it. I'm just trying to push a little bit of me onto you. And you could push something of you onto me. Yeah. Right?
But it's I understand what you just said, but it's how you say it. And a lot of times, because even with my husband, he always tell me, I'm going to let you.
No, I don't do that. I go, can you help me with this?
Can you help me? It's
right?
different. But, it's all in how it's interpreted. Because, like, I'm just telling you from my perspective, my husband say, oh, I'm going to let you. And I'm like, you're going to let me do what? Because you can ask me, which I would prefer you do, but when you tell me you're gonna let me, the hairs go up on the back of my neck.
I hear you.
Because you're letting me do something as if you're giving me permission, as if I don't have a voice for myself because you're letting me do something. Yeah. It's all in how it's interpreted.
I'm not that man.
And it's all in how
That's that
it's the words
17-day
that you
turnaround.
use.
It was a
Right.
setup.
The setup.
I mean, because although you felt from your perspective, oh, you got to show me you want to be committed and work through our problems, you did not know what you were signing up for.
That's it.
Yeah, he could be committed, but in my mind, I'd be like, who? What type of man are you to want to marry me in 17 days? That somebody else didn't want to do with you and you done already had a kid. Red flag. We need to talk about some things. I need to see how you moving in every season.
But did they know each other before?
Well,
that don't even matter to me because there's a different capacity outside the public.
Yeah.
Because I know my ex public.
Yeah.
They think everything is, he's a great guy. He is. I don't have no issues with him, but it's those childhood traumas that show up when things get real. Intimacy is a big problem. Emotional intimacy. You can have sex with me and have no emotional intimacy. So it's a lot of things. I need that to feel close to you. Like I'm giving all of me to you.
I got lucky because I didn't have that issue. So in my 17 days, we actually went on a date every day in 17 days. He bought me roses every day in 17 days.
I don't think it's on.
And he made it a point to date me for 17 days. So with that being said, I was with somebody else for 6 years who did none of that. So the things that I saw in him in those 17 days were things that I did not see in a previous relationship in 6 years. So in those 17 days that it took him to marry me, it was everything that I wanted.
Different people.
It was everything that I needed.
Different people gonna act different ways with different people. So
absolutely.
So like as you were saying about the dudes that you was with, right? He might have treated you like nothing. But he'll get with another female, and he will worship the ground they walk on, because there's no way to it's no blanket rule for whether this person is a good person or not. It's whether they were good for you or not.
No, it's the character. It's more so the character too. He treated me like, I got whatever I wanted.
Right. Yeah.
He didn't treat me any kind of way. Never disrespected me. Called me on my name. We went on dates. I could reach him. I never had to look for him.
Yeah.
He did everything he was supposed to, but us actually having in-depth conversations like, oh, hey, where are we going with this? Yes, we're dating, but we're 7 months in and I've never been married. He has.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like I'm slowing down my, wants at where I'm at. I'm almost 40 with 3 children.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know you've been through it and you're traumatized, but you came after me.
Yeah. Right.
So I thought you were ready.
Well, what make men treat women a different type of way? Because I know for me, I was married twice. I was married. I married my childhood sweetheart, who I have my 2 kids with, and I married again at 33 because religion. That's what made me get married. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I want to live right. I want to do right by God. I want to live right and do right. You're not just gonna shack up with me. We're not shacking up. You're gonna get married.
Well, that was my.
That's why I got married. That's why I got married. Honestly, I did. And both marriages, I gave the ultimatum. Both married. Now this time, I don't want to give nobody no ultimatum this time. I really don't. I mean, I did it. The first marriage was 10 years. We still good friends now. My kids' dad. But I don't want to give another ultimatum to nobody. I feel
Why did
like
you
with
feel
me,
you had to?
Because let me tell you, abandonment issues from my dad. Like, my dad wasn't in my life, even though my grandmother raised me on my dad's side. My mom gave me to my grandmother for some years. So it's always the thing of, I had to get an ultimatum. I'm going back to me with my issues to say, I'm going to make you choose me. Because I'm going back to my abandonment issues of not being chosen by my dad, and my mom gave me away. Okay, they both were young, so I thank them for doing that. 15, 16.
Right.
So, but that I go back and I look back and I say, well, because I have this thing where men chase me, right?
Yeah.
They chase me hard. I mean, like, my first husband, 4 or 5 years. I'm serious. He was my best friend.
No, I'm laughing
4 or 5 years. They're hard.
No, I'm laughing
They
because
chase you too?
I just told her. I said,
Yeah,
men
they
chase me,
chase-
and I
Yeah.
give them 3 words. What's the 3 words I give them?
What?
Caution, danger, and run.
Oh,
I give them words. If you still want to date me after I tell you caution, danger, and run, I actually say that, and she laugh. We laugh about it.
because
With me being married, they don't ask me with the wedding band on.
Oh wow!
You don't even
care.
ask me if I'm married. I said, you look at me and you think you like what you see. I said, let me give you 3 words, and I want you to
Cautious,
eat them.
dangerous, and run.
I say, breathe, inhale, eat it. Caution, danger, and run.
But men always like what the challenge. That's the problem. We were just talking about
That's
that
true.
because
That's true.
they chase me 4 years. Both marriages chase me. Men I date, they chase me. They get me. They get possessive. They want to hold on to me after they get me. So I must have some good. They get me and they wanna embrace me.
You're not even getting my
and then
good.
they even won't come back. After I get rid of them, they want to come back. I have had them and I have not dated that many men.
You know what?
And that's the thing. But then once they get you, you gotta force them to choose you.
No, because
you ran after
listen,
me.
with you saying that, it was something toxic about you that they're attracted to.
I know.
So I noticed
It's
that
the fact that you made him chase you for 4 years. After
Yeah.
a couple months, and you still after me, I'm gonna think you got something going on in your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you. And then you got to think about a
Yeah.
man. Okay, first of all, from what I know with my
Uh-huh.
father and my grandparents,
Yeah.
if a man chase you that long, something is wrong.
Yeah.
A man that's secure in himself, you're not gonna play with him
You
like
ain't
that.
gonna play
He's
with
gonna
him
give
like
you a
that.
couple hollers if you're not replying.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But to chase you,
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
they
chase
will
you.
chase
he
you.
wants to feel you.
I pursue,
And
but I
men
ain't
in that mind
That's
frame,
dead.
they'll give you whatever. They'll give you the world.
Yeah,
as long
'cause
as
they
they're
wanna
getting what they
conquer.
want.
They wanna
But then when
conquer.
you're not shiny no more,
Yeah.
that's a wrap. And they're not
That's
going to
it.
choose you. They chose
That's
you
it.
already. They had you already. Your time is done.
Ooh,
It's
did
the
you
next
hear that?
thing.
I heard what she said.
You need to say that again. Once you're not shiny, because you're not shiny.
You're not shiny no more. They want something else to polish off. That's part of the game.
I got a
I
question.
like that.
All right, so the guy that you were dating, did he get married?
He was married.
No, did he
going
get
through a
married
divorce.
recently?
No, he's going through a divorce actively currently. I don't even
Okay,
feel like he
so-
should have been on the market,
So wait a
but you
minute,
know.
so he got married after you.
No, he was married when he met me.
Yeah.
He hadn't been with her in years.
dating while they was
They've
going
been
through a divorce.
separated.
Yeah.
So they're going through an active divorce. Still going to court, dividing up assets and community property, all that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust anybody like that, I would say, because my thought is you still have bonds to the next person, that other person. I have a problem because you might still try to. We don't necessarily know what the person is thinking, what they're standing on, whether they're fighting to keep hold of their family, but the divorce is forced upon them, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So we don't really know what they're really feeling.
Right.
But a lot of people
I
are
don't
out here
trust any
dating
relationship
and
like
going
that.
through divorce.
And
They're the most single ones. These married men are the most single ones. They're the most available, the most
men push that on women.
show
like,
up.
You know, I will.
The most. They're the most. The married
keep it real
men.
and keep it gutter.
They show up and show out.
Keep it real and keep it gutter.
They
Some
don't value
people
marriage
can't.
no more.
No, they don't know the difference between sex that is so good that and love.
Yeah.
They don't know the difference between the two because it's like I like the way I feel when I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not love though.
But do you like the way you feel when you get my mouth? Not when I lick it.
Yeah.
Right. It's when I stick it to you.
Mm.
Do you like that?
Mm.
That's the difference.
I got you. I will say that the reality is that I think in a lot of cases we're not looking for anything. We're just looking to get something.
That's true.
You just know you're attracted.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
else is
Yeah.
extra and comes along. A man can see, be like, I like that. I like that, but that's all you got.
I mean, because to be fair, like my first envision of my first look at you is like, wow, she's real attractive. I don't know what else you carry on.
Right.
I don't know what baggage you might have. You don't know what baggage I might have. The reality is we're just going on that physical.
Yeah.
And in some cases, we just want to satisfy that physical. We're not necessarily thinking about anything else. So I'll just tolerate this. Oh, she got 3 kids. She got 5 kids. She got 6 kids.
The physical is how it starts.
Yeah.
It does. But we're
it's
not
so
thinking
good when
of
you
anything
do
else.
the physical and the mental. That's a powerful thing. So
Yeah,
I want to
that's-
ask y'all.
Get that.
Yeah, I want to ask y'all too. Yeah, I want to
Yes,
ask y'all
you
too.
can.
Right.
How do you know? I'm gonna ask y'all because we got to go to takeaways. Production is saying takeaways. But I want to ask y'all this. Takeaways is for what y'all don't know. Takeaways is when you want something to somebody in the camera to take away from this what we're talking about on today. But before we get there, how do y'all know that you're really in love? What makes I want everybody to give me seconds, not too long, but tell me, how do you know? This is when I knew. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is when I knew that I was really in love. No man ever made me lose my appetite. When I lost my appetite for about 3-4 days, I said, what the hell is this? Because that never happened to me before.
Sure, there wasn't a stomach virus.
No.
Like,
No, I took to the
well.
bed. I was having issues. Took to the bed
Oh my
and
gosh,
didn't
you
eat
had
for 3
COVID-19
days. I'm being transparent,
for 3
y'all.
days.
Never gonna hear this again on RedLip Talk. But
Let me tell you when
I took to the bed.
when I realized that, man, I love him.
Yeah.
When it got to a point to where my husband was diagnosed with cancer,
Okay, sorry to hear.
and it was at a point to where it's like, man, if I lose him, I felt sick. Like I fell to my knees and I asked God not to take this man out of my life.
Yeah.
I love my husband.
Yeah.
When I
See
fell
that?
on my knees and I'm like, I couldn't breathe. With all the shit I do.
Yeah.
And all the shit I talk.
Yeah.
And stand on his neck.
Yeah.
Because he gives me so much hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That headache of that mama's boy.
Yeah.
And when you got a man that's been raised by his mom and he fuss like a woman, and I'm not a person to fuss.
Yeah.
I don't have that fuss. I
Yeah.
really don't. Like, he'll fuss and I look back like,
yeah,
you want to shut up right now.
Yeah.
Before I start breaking stuff and throwing stuff. I'm
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a person to
argue.
argue.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really
Yeah.
not. Like, men look at women, they be like, oh, it's drama and argument and all that. I'm not
No.
that person.
Yeah.
But when it got to the point where it's like, not having him in my life, and it
How could
really
you
hit
function?
home,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
you know, that was that realization for me.
Yeah. Okay.
With all them years, that was that realization, because you always feel like, you know what, I ain't putting up with this shit. You know, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, while I'm trying to go up here, and I felt like he's like just okay right here.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, no, let me show you that we could build and be greater.
Yeah.
And you want to stay right here because it's comfortable.
Yeah.
I was ready to go.
Yeah.
But then when it got to the point to where it's like, I almost lost him.
That's real.
It was
Yeah.
real.
It was
Reality
real.
set
I'm
in.
going to say
Yeah.
to that point, the reality is that maybe it is good that he's right there because he's comfortable. So he doesn't put a lot of stress on you if he's comfortable right here. He's saying, this is my space.
That
and I'm
space,
happy.
that space was uncomfortable
and
for
then
me
you
though.
can shoot up.
That's no, I can't shoot up, because how we gonna elevate together if you're okay right here, and every time I'm trying to uplift us,
But you don't
I'm
got-
meeting resistance
but you
because
don't
you're
get two chiefs in the
comfortable.
household.
Well, that's
Just saying,
it could be that way, but
wants to
I
go
need
to
you.
another height.
I need you out of your
She wants him
comfort
to go to
zone.
another level.
Come
But
out
I'm
of your
saying
comfort
he's comfortable
zone.
where he's at.
Yeah.
And he doesn't mind her shooting up. See, that's the problem, is sometimes you create conflicts in there because someone is going to be thinking like
Yeah, I
she's
heard
taking
somebody
off
say that.
without
Why
me.
you want to be a
That's
millionaire?
easy.
Like,
She's
I'll
taking
say
off
I wanna
without
be a
me.
millionaire,
Well, that's
and they'll be like,
easy.
I don't want to be a millionaire. I just want to be financially
And
secure.
you can be the millionaire.
Right.
But you can
No,
go ahead
no,
and be the
no.
millionaire.
But
I
being
don't-
comfortable right here
Yeah.
is uncomfortable for me.
Gotcha.
Because being comfortable right here means if I'm meeting you where you're at, I can't grow anymore because I'm meeting you where you are.
So did he
but
go up?
I need us to come up together. Eventually, yes.
I'm trying to
We
pull you
had
up.
to, because me coming up meant, you know what? I just bought a house. You want to know where we live? That's how that went.
Gotcha.
And I'm telling you the truth.
Gotcha.
I like
So while you're okay,
Okay.
and I'm walking outside and the police out here doing CPR on somebody, and I'm telling y'all, this not for me.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, babe, it's all right.
I got you. I
You
got
know,
you.
we
Yeah.
don't live outside. No, we
Yeah.
don't live outside.
I'm with you.
But then when I go outside, this is the environment.
Yeah.
I got you.
So,
That's what-
right, I don't want
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I want a
So,
different
and you're
environment.
comfortable there.
Yeah.
So what that means is, well, you know what? I done got this. You want to know
bought a house,
what?
this
You
what
want to
we
know
do.
what? You want to know my address?
Yeah.
Are you
Gotcha.
coming?
Yeah.
Or
I'm with
are
you.
you staying?
Yeah.
Now I'm willing to take you with me, but if you're all right with being right here, I'm okay
I'm
with
just saying,
leaving
I'm
you
just saying,
there.
like, you know, it's just like looking at the workplace, whereas like someone might just be happy in their job,
Right.
And I'm cool with them being happy with their job, opposed
Yeah.
to always trying to find something
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
But you have to be
Because-
comfortable in life.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
have to
just
look
saying,
at the total situation
It's kinda like
to where.
everyone's a chief,
Yeah.
or you got chief and Indians,
Mhm.
and that
Yeah.
makes a better.
Yeah, some
life
people are good
situation
at Indians.
in
Everybody
life.
got to
Right.
play that value.
Right.
They got the person that paid minimum wage, and then they got the person that's
So
the boss and the
it's
millionaire.
kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, well,
Yeah.
let me take this step and I'm gonna walk over you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then
All
the
right.
personal growth with you too. Is
And I don't want to play follow me now.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to play follow me now.
You tell us. You tell us. How did you know that you were truly in love?
I mean, I had different signs, I guess you could say.
Like all
just
the people
feeling
you
like-
dated. Like how
I
did
ain't
you
been in
know?
love. I ain't gonna sit up here on
You ain't
the
been in love,
panel
yeah.
and be like I was in love with everybody because
Yeah.
that would be a lie. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
What's up
saying?
about the love part?
I mean, the love is simply like if I'm willing to do certain. I mean, I find myself was willing to do certain things that I normally would. Out of like just total uncharacteristic. of
What's
myself.
uncharacteristic for you?
Willing to like stop, take focus on what I'm doing. See, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm big on success. You see what I'm saying? Like I live, die, buy. Like I want to be successful. Like everything I do, I sacrifice to make sure that I'm successful. And usually with people, if someone's around me that I'm not interested in, I'll shy away from them because it's a conflict. You like my time is everything for me. So if I'm willing to give my time to help you do something that's may not be beneficial to me, that means that I have to care about you a certain way. That's what it is for me. I'm sorry, I don't have no
I like the
moving
way you
speech.
said that may not be beneficial to you.
Yeah, yeah,
But it
definitely.
may be beneficial to them.
It may
And you-
be.
but you're gonna move in that direction.
I'm a,
Okay.
if the love
He's a
there.
Capricorn.
I'm ready for you to jump
Capri-
on
look,
If
he's
the
a
love there.
Capricorn. That's Capricorns do that.
She's gonna jump
Go
on
ahead.
now.
Go ahead.
If
I'm
if
ready. Go ahead.
Go ahead. That's how
Okay.
you knew you were in love.
I knew I'm not very religious,
Okay.
but I knew I was in love when, just like my last situation, I looked into myself, not doubting myself. I'm confident.
Okay.
You know, there's billions of people in the world, but I like to believe that, you know, who's for you will be for you. Whenever, however, whatever.
Yeah.
You just let things flow.
Okay.
But
I like
even
that.
afterwards, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pray for him.
Yeah.
I don't be praying for people I date that I feel like did me dirty or hid shit and
Yeah.
do all of that. But he
Yeah.
wasn't a bad person.
Yeah.
I just feel like maybe it's a spiritual thing for
Yeah.
him. Maybe
Yeah.
this is not my situation. Maybe I was intertwined with him to teach him a lesson as he taught me one. Going against my morals,
Yeah.
knowing that my grandparents would have been married 74 years
Wow.
before my grandmother passed at 97. My grandfather was 94. They would have been married 74 years.
Wow.
And I learned a lot from them. But it's like compromise, everything like that. But sometimes it's just not like the timing and everything. But I'm like, dang, I must really care about him. Because, I mean, yeah, you could think you put up with stuff. That don't mean you care about somebody. That means your self-esteem
Or you
is
just
low.
might be stuck in the moment.
Yeah, you might you
That
might be
the best
codependent.
situation for
You
you
might
at that
be,
time.
you know, you latch on to things, especially
Yeah.
when you're a single mom. You
Maybe
you
the
hype the
sex is
person
just
up.
that good.
You
Yeah,
hype the
that's
people.
what- that's
I'm not
what-
gonna. I don't know if you have it,
I'ma keep it
but
real,
I've
keep
been
it
in
gutter all the
situations
time.
where
I'm a single mom.
I'm a single mom. I have girls, but I've been in situations where I look back now, 2 years ago, I'm like, that nigga didn't even razzle and dazzle like that. Like he wasn't even all that.
I like
I don't
that
know if it was the
razzle and
mouth
dazzle.
or what
He
it
didn't
was,
even razzle
but you're
and
so caught up
dazzle.
in the moment because you want something consistent because you are. But when you do that and you
Yeah.
hold that resistance and be like, I'm gonna let you play in and out my life. Men are very logical. They're
Oh,
very
yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
They play in and out your life if you let them. Because they know a lot of men, they'll try to play with me like that. Oh, you're attracted, da, da, da. You're not coming in and out. It's not a revolving door.
Yeah.
When you stepped in, you knew what you wanted.
Yeah.
When you step out, know what you need.
Yeah.
And don't think you're about to get it from me. If you can find better, go keep finding it. Go keep looking. We're not doing laps.
Yeah.
Life is too short.
Like doing
Diseases
laps.
are too high.
Oh, they are.
We're not doing that.
Y'all
you
know.
know,
Y'all
so
in the medical field. Y'all
yeah,
know.
you know,
Y'all
they
know.
burning everywhere. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, I was like, I'm gonna pray for him.
Yeah.
And I was disgusted.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, why 7 months? That's a long time for me.
Yeah.
Cause you know, like I
Especially
date
if it-
every 2 years.
but-
I'll get in a relationship. I
Yeah.
am serious. No,
Especially when it's
Yeah,
community.
absolutely
dick.
not.
I mean,
you know.
Yeah, when it's
I don't feel. I'm not gonna sit up here and say he was community, but I
Yeah.
just feel like, yeah, you know, I really play myself. Like I don't believe in being with every man if they separated, even though
Yeah.
he's with me all the time. It was public. Everyone
Yeah.
knew. Family. It
So it
didn't
wasn't
sit
no
right
secret.
with
You
my
wasn't a secret.
spirit. That's
You
not
wasn't a secret.
I
Yeah.
wasn't a secret at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
But it was just like this goes against what I believe in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I still did it. I was like,
Okay.
okay, delusion. Check.
Yeah.
Got that off my bucket list.
Yeah.
Now I can move on.
right.
Now I can move on.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you.
It had to be.
Thank you,
I didn't
guys.
even know it was
So
there. It
look-
snuck there.
Yeah. So we gonna get into takeaways. They said we gotta have a part 2 of this because y'all, we gonna sit up here and talk. I love this. This is rolling.
Yeah.
We gotta do this again. You get a chance? Okay,
yeah,
go ahead. Go talk about how you knew when you were in love. Go.
All right, so if anybody knows me, they know that I focus.
I don't
on-
know you. Tell me.
Okay, so I focus on business. I'm gonna say that could be my downfall at the same time, right? Because I focus all my energy into it, which whether you're successful or not, or whether you're up and you're down, your main focus is that. And I think that is definitely a problem. So in a relationship, you get a chance to extend yourself into different aspects because you now have someone that you care about. And I think for me, it comes down to the point of being able to say that I can see myself doing a lot of things with that individual in a long-term situation, right?
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
I'm not just thinking from the day, I'm thinking next year, the following year. And that's when you begin to realize for me where I can say, you know what, this is something that I want to last, right? Opposed to just a temporary moment.
Yeah.
But like I said, the issue could be the negative of you can put a lot into that because, number one, you've been so focused on just yourself all the time, right?
Yeah.
And running a business. So it's very easy to feel sometimes it's something is a lot more than what it is,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? So that is a training process that you have to go through for me to say, well, just because it felt different than before, it doesn't mean it's it.
That you're in love.
Yeah, but the whole thought is I see myself involved way more in involving that person into my life
Mhm.
a lot more than usual.
Okay, I like that. All right, we're gonna get into the takeaways. Y'all know the takeaways are brought to you by Spice Divas Beauty Bar, which is my business for 17 years. And let's get into takeaways. Everybody knows takeaways are usually you just tell the camera if somebody's looking behind and what you want them to take away. It may be something that inspires you. It may be something you want them to take away from this show. Whatever it is, I'll go first. Because y'all my guests, I'll go first. I usually go last, but I'm gonna go first today. My takeaway for today for this show on today is I would say if you're dating someone and you're out there, I feel like the reason I knew I was really in love with someone, it wasn't the childhood love, it wasn't the middle love, but the reason I knew that I had then fell in love with somebody is because I would take them at their flaw. No matter if their flaw was something I said, okay, I wouldn't probably tolerate that. But I really love that person and the person that they portrayed to me all those years. And sometimes for me, they say love is emotional. You get to choose a choice of love or whatever. It's not just a feeling. You can do a choice. But me, when I realized that I would take that person, I love their flaws.
Right.
I love their good and I love their flaws.
So you accept them at who they present.
Who they present. Who
without
they
the
are.
possibility of who. But see, that's tricky.
Yeah.
Because you get their representative for 3 months.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get someone you would love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you fall in love, you get who they're trying to hide from you the first 3
Well,
months.
let me just say this.
Okay.
As for me, for the takeaway, y'all, I know my toxic traits. And in order for my relationship to last as long as it did, I had to work on my toxic traits because I realized in my relationships, my toxic traits came from what I saw. My toxic traits came from not wanting to mimic the mother that I saw that I felt was unhappy. So when you would tell me you love me,
you do.
I would back out the door.
Yeah.
Like I'm backing up because do you love me?
Yeah.
And it's just easy for me to just walk away. So I had to work on my toxic traits and to be willing to open up and let somebody in.
Yeah, I like
so
that. I like that.
my toxic traits. So I would tell anybody, like, know what your toxic traits are and work on that. When I say caution, danger, and run, I mean it. Because I know what I'm bringing. I'm bringing, look.
Your husband didn't run for 23 years. He stood there.
Oh, he put up with it. Okay? You got to keep in mind, I got a church-going mama's country boy, and I am
Y'all can pray
a
about
rebel.
it. Y'all can pray about it.
Motorcycle riding, horseback
We
riding.
about to pray for that.
I am, you know,
No.
at my daddy's
Absolutely
funeral, I
not.
was introduced as, that's Trisha, his other son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to work on my cars. I'm going to make sure I don't need you for nothing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to depend on somebody.
Yeah.
And then
like
when
that.
I turn around, you're not there.
Yeah,
You know,
that's me. I got abandonment issues. I ain't lying.
that
Y'all know
heartbreak
my
for
issues
me,
are-
like when I go through heartbreak, you know, you wear it on your sleeve, and then what it does is it makes me harder. It makes me more rebellious. It makes me it makes it harder for me to trust anybody else. So it's easier to back out the door when you know somebody loves you and they love you hard. It's kind of like you just put that down in your own mind.
Yeah,
So
'cause
just
you don't
I
know
know
if you gonna get it again.
I know my toxic traits.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead.
Well, basically what I take away is just as far as dating, I'm in the Olympics still. I'm single.
Yeah,
but-
dating Olympics.
Yeah,
we are.
yeah, but
Relationship Olympics.
just know
She jumping
that-
hurdles.
Yeah, not. I'm over the hurdles, but basically just staying true to who you are. Because once you get in someone's, I realize getting in someone's energy and around them, I don't want to. Being that I'm very sensitive, I'm a lover girl. I'm not no player. I'm none of that. When I love hard. It takes me a while to detach. All of that good stuff. I have abandonment issues. I do, but if you abandon me first, that ain't my issue. So I take it for what it is. But just having that identity and boundaries. Just boundaries. Just know if you say, don't say, oh, cause well his mouth was good and he, we flex on a lot of things and we say we want something and just let it actually be what it is we want.
Especially if it's good sex. I hate to say that, but it is. If
Because
it's
you
good
get
sex,
lonely.
you
You could charge something up, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
But enough of that because I got 3 beautiful girls from
Yeah.
that mindset. Something got to change.
The stigmatized.
It don't work.
Yeah, it don't work. Okay,
It
okay.
don't work.
All right.
Yeah.
Your takeaway?
Me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of piggyback on what she's saying. Like, just stay true to who you are, and just understand that everybody may not be with you for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are just seasonal. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, enjoy the moment, live in the season.
Yeah.
But when the season change, don't beat yourself up because you may have outgrown someone.
Yeah.
All fruit at some point will bear, but it may not bear while it's with you. You know what I'm saying? That person may turn into the most beautiful, respectable wife, husband, or whatever, but it may not be in your era. Maybe your era was just to get them to the point that you got them to. And that's just where I'm at with it. Like,
I like that.
Focus on yourself. I'm not saying be selfish. I'm saying focus on yourself, but I'm on, like, where I'm at with it is like, hey, look, you're gonna have to work double time to catch up. I'm not slowing down.
Right.
That's just where I'm at with it. So if you're gonna have to hurry up taking your time, because I'm not slowing down. I'm very, like, this is what makes me feel good about me, and I'm gonna do what makes me feel good about me. So
Okay. I love it. Go ahead.
Okay, so if I'm going to be happy with the individual that I choose, then the reality is I should come with my representative of who I truly am, opposed to portraying something that I'm not. And in the long run, it damages the relationship because I made it seem like I was in a particular way. So I think to be truthful of who you are, like with men, we come with a budget per se. We might have a spending budget because everybody has responsibilities when you first meet, right? But then you also have extra cash that you spend on yourself. So now you might take that cash and spend it on that individual. So it makes it seem like, oh, wow, I wonder what else. Once again, fake representation. Because if you just come as who you are emotionally, financially, then you have a better chance of either finding out it's a good match because you've accepted it, or finding out it's not a good match instantly. But to prolong something by being in something and putting on fake, a fake representative of yourself, it doesn't necessarily work. So I think for me, it is to be truthful about who you are up front, right? And also understanding your partner, because your partner might have a goal. And I think back about my last relationship, right? I was supposed to have made a move, right? And I was still trying to juggle different areas, different territories, right? So on that sense, 3 years in, I hadn't made the move, but I was still flying out. I was still doing business. I never knew that wasn't working for her, right? I just assumed that this was okay. I'm trying to build a business, and you're okay with me flying out here, making it happen. We're together.
She wanted more. She wanted commitment.
She should. She deserved more, right? Because she didn't sign on to the idea of, I'll see you in 3 months or 2 months. She didn't sign on to that. She signed on to this is going to be a relationship. And I was still, once I started growing in one territory, I started losing the other, right? And I was like, well, how do I keep them both? Instead of just saying, walk away. So I think that's important also, is to understand your partner and understand what your partner is willing to accept and how, and understand that you can't prolong this forever. Because as a man, like we said before, man, this is normal for us. You give us a rope, we're going to hang ourselves. So we're going to be like, oh, she must be okay with it. We must have made some changes. So I'm going to continue. So this, honestly, it went on for 4 years. I could have done this
forever.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about, you know, the relationship that I'm supposed to be dating.
I'm just saying.
But the thing is, that's how I actually feel, and I'm not gonna waste any more time, because you can't waste your time like that. I think time is valuable. I think you should treat time like money. That's just me.
Asset you got.
Because you never could get time back. You're never going to get it back. You're never going to get it back. But I thank all of you for being on here today. We're going to have a part 2. We have to. Y'all have to drive down again. Thank y'all for coming all the way from
Thank
the
you for having us. Thank you
for having us. This was so nice. I really appreciate it. And y'all, this was good. So we got
behind the scenes too. Behind the scenes too.
Behind the scenes too. We got to do this again. Relationship Olympics again on RedLip Talk podcast. When I say RedLip Talk, we do a mwah like that. So you have tuned into episode 64 of RedLip Talk podcast, Relationship Olympics, with your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva. We thank you for tuning in, and we out. Mwah. Y'all, this was so good. Oh my God, this was fun. It's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of RedLip Talk podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing. Every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Still dealing with hurricane damage on your roof or damages to your home in general? Call Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 or visit stepconstruction.com. Step Construction is fully licensed and fully insured. We tell the insurance companies what they owe you. For a peace of mind, protect your most valuable asset. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
My name is Tyan Rankins with Magic Beauty Company, and you are tuned in to RedLip Talk Podcast.
RedLip. Diva. The marketing diva. 50 years in the game, right?
50 years in
Yeah.
the game.
So what brings you out to Data Boner Brothers?